for all eternity, and the knowledge that I share, I give from me to you. I hope in all you do and say reflects the lessons you've learned, and all the awards that you've received are the ones that you have earned. I am your present teacher and your true friend, and when the year is over, my thoughts of you will never end. From my dearest memory, forever you will be, and when you go, I hope that you will take part of me. This hand I hold, I touch of you for all eternity, and the knowledge I share, I give from me to you.
Hello, my name is Isaac Delrayler, and I would like to share with you a testimony. Okay. My life before God was hard, and I felt empty whenever I accomplished something. I was sad and very misled. I would lie and steal and all sorts of sins. My life was miserable, and anything I would do would make me feel horrible. Also, I made others feel bad. I would throw temper tantrums and break stuff in my anger. Little did I know that this was because I didn't have God. The moment when I met God was when I had a really bad day, and I had been having bad days for weeks. I went to my bedroom and laid on my bed and prayed. I said, "Dear Lord, if you aren't in me, come in me and fill me up to the brim." The next day, I had an extremely good day, and I couldn't help but think that if it was God's day. After that, I saw someone in pain and helped him and asked God to heal him, and he was healed. Another example that God is truly in me is that when I accomplished this, I felt whole and happy. After I accepted God into my life, he turned it upside down. One example was that I felt like my life had a purpose. Also, I thought that I wasn't in this alone, and that my faithful God would take me with him to eternity. The legacy that I want to leave to share with others is that God helps you no matter what you do, and he will always help you in good and bad. Thank you.
Just want to remind you guys to speak up. It's hard to hear you back here.
Sorry. My name is Kee'li. And this is my story of how I came into a relationship with God. Before I met Jesus, I felt empty, like I was missing something, like a puzzle. The things that were important to me was playing with friends and being a great soccer player. My thought of Jesus in the Bible, where he is our Heavenly Father. When I was a little nugget, I thought if you were a Christian, you just automatically go to heaven. But no, there's so much more than being a Christian. You have to meditate on the Bible day and night. But then I heard my mom always talking about this man named Jesus. I've heard thousands of stories and miracles about him. Then I realized I want God to be the author of my life. One night I said, "Mom, I want God to be the author of my life." And my mom said, "Yes, I will do that." And I was like, "Yes, I really want to do this." And she said, "There's so much more than just being a Christian. You also have to act like one too." And I responded, "Okay." Recently, I accepted God into my heart, but I felt like I wasn't written in the book of Lamb, so I would just do it over and over again when I didn't need to. Now I realize I am forgiven, past, present, and future. One time God has really worked in my life was one of the staff members from our church said, "Do you want to do worship for K3? And I said, "Yes, absolutely." And from that day forward, I kept on doing worship, and now I am a staff member at Red Rocks Church. Now that Jesus is the Lord of my life, I feel pure. I feel forgiven. When I think about Jesus, I am so thankful. Sometimes I have trust in him, and sometimes I don't think he does. He doesn't have my life planned out. But deep inside, I know he has my life planned out. I look forward to the future because I feel like God is pushing me to share his word more and more. Because of my encounter with God, I want my faith to be stronger. I want to trust him more than I do now. The legacy I want to leave is once you say the Lord's Prayer and you mean it, we are forgiven past, present, and future. You might feel alone. I am sure you have all heard this thousands of times. But when you feel alone, look up the verse Jeremiah 29:11 that says, "For I know I have the plans for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and future." I'm here to tell you God has your life planned out and you're never alone.
Wait, because I do that your sisters. Let me go to the end. Evan,
is Evan Keys, and this is my story of how I became into a relationship with God. Before I met Jesus, I felt sinful and lonely. When I was about 3 years old, I accepted Christ into my life. My parents talked to me about God and how He created the earth. I didn't understand who was God then, but now I understand Him better. I have come to learn that God came and died for our sins. Now that Jesus is the Lord of my life, I am happy. I don't feel lonely anymore. I try not to sin as much. I start to pray every night and read the Bible. I can look forward to the future because I don't need to.
My name is Hannah, and I'm going to tell you about my testimony. My testimony is when I really accepted God into my life. Before, it seemed like I was living in a life of shame, lies, and hurt. I wish that I had accepted Him into my heart before 2 years ago. Accepting Him into my heart was a huge influence on my life because now all my friends can trust me. 2 years ago, my mom asked me if I wanted to go to this Christian camp. Since I wanted to learn more about God, I answered sure. The camp was called Camp Timberline, and it was all the way up in Estes Park. Something really cool about it is that we not only learned about Christ, but we learned about teaching others to believe. Every night, the girls and I would go to this church service called Party Barn. Party Barn was where I accepted God into my heart. One of the counselors told about God and how He died for me and all that I have done. At the end of camp, I felt like God had been in my heart for many years before. I feel like after I accepted God into my heart, my life hasn't really been in the dark anymore. As 2 years have passed, I understand church better, and the camp that I went to has become so much better because I know Christ better. I feel like God is now a better part of my life. He is more important than my sports. I also try to read and pray daily. Read the Bible and pray daily. Another helpful thing is listening to Christian radio. All in all, Christ is much bigger than I thought, and I want to pass Him down and leave a legacy in my life.
My name is Ryan Sharp, and this is a story how I came in a relationship with God. Before I met Jesus, I felt alone inside. The important things in my life for me was dance, because I love dance. And in fact, I'm still doing dance today. Who is this man, I thought? He made everything, even me. When I was little, I actually pictured a real man inside my heart when I accepted Jesus. But when I went here to Front Range Christian, I was in kindergarten, and I remember there was this one chapel where this girl talked about Jesus, and she said, "Pray with me." She also said, while we're praying, that if you want it, you can accept Jesus into your heart. I did, and I felt blessed. The most significant event with my relationship with God is when I praised to Him. I want to sign up for a worship class, and I did. So I performed at chapel. After chapel was over, teachers told me, "The way you worship is great," and a whole bunch of people were talking to my mom like, "Your daughter Raya is a great worshiper." Still today, God is using people to tell me He makes me smile. Now that Jesus is the Lord of my life, I feel safe. When I think about Jesus, I think that He is a powerful and courageous Savior. But then one summer I realized I wanted to be a missionary and tell